So I filmed an intro for this video as I was on my way to the show with the Duster, and I guess it was really windy out, so when I was going through editing it the other day, you couldn't hear a word I was saying. So this is the intro to this one. If you want to see what this thing is all about here, stay tuned for the next episode. That'll be fun, but I hope you guys enjoy this one. It's a pretty special one, and I think it turned out pretty good. Made it here at the Donald E. Stevens Convention Center, and I don't know where to go. I know where like the doors are from being here in the past, but I don't know where the heck I'm supposed to go or how to get in. So that's what we're gonna find out right now. It should be interesting. Made it here 10 minutes before, so I was supposed to be here at 4. It's like 3:45, 3:50 right now. So that is what we needed. Just got the car loaded in, and it was cool. Got to pass everyone with their trailers and go right in since I actually drove it. So that was kind of neat. But check this out. Just pulled up kind of in the staging lanes, if you want to call it that. And look what is right here. This is really weird because this is pretty much an identical of what the Duster looked like when I got it. The orange with the white stripe, faded. You can see some purple coming through. Like, this is ridiculously weird. Mine even had the white walls too. Not a white interior, but man, that looks very similar. Hood was just in about the same shape, and his cowl is a lot. This one looks a lot nicer though, body-wise. No rust or anything. Holy cow! What are the odds of that? That's pretty funny. So I guess here's a little kind of behind the scenes. I mean, everywhere you go, there is a cool car. Like, there is not a single non-cool car here. Mine is probably the least coolest, the dirtiest, but it's probably got the most miles on it out of any of these things here, not gonna lie. Also probably one of 2 cars, let's say, that will probably have an LS in this show, because everything here is all restored back to factory, which is cool in its own right. I mean, it's absolutely incredible to look at. You will never see anything like this, but yeah. I mean, just look at this. You have 3 Yanko Camaros. We got a 69 over here, another 69, just all lined up. Like, that's insane. And then a Superbird over here. This is so cool. And that's what the Duster is supposed to look like. Not a 340 or a Twister, obviously, but man, fresh paint. That looks pretty sick. Honestly, can't argue with that. That is simply beautiful. And this color is just amazing. It's pretty neat to see everything getting set up, because like tomorrow this will be packed with people. You can get up close to the cars and stuff, but you can't just like come up to it this close to snap a picture or a video. They got everything roped off, and the way they do it is they have like certain sections. So like you can see over there is like Malaise era, they're calling it. So it's like these type of body style cars. Over here is where they usually have like each year they have a theme for the show. So like that'll kind of be up in the front right there. Not sure what it is for this year, but I'm sure we'll find out soon. So over here, got some older drag cars, probably some super stock stuff. This is neat. Hey, Charger. I don't think you will ever see as many wing cars in one setting as you will here. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. Every year they have a whole bunch of wing cars. So you can see from this line all the way down, and that's just a select few. You got some more Superbirds, it looks like, up there. There's a bunch more stuff over there. And pretty sure everyone knows about it at this point, but the Superbird Daytona that got flipped over in the hurricane down in Florida like a month ago, I guess the Superbird, the orange one, is supposed to be here, still all beat up and everything. So that'll be kind of cool to see. But this is, oh my God, this is so cool. Makes me want to make the Charger a wing car. I don't know. Speaking of which, it is right here. Just walked around the corner, and yep, this is the one from down in Florida. This is a little wild to see, honestly. I think most people have seen these pictures over the past month or two. It's pretty sad, but I guess that company is going to go ahead and restore it back to what it was, rightfully so. It's kind of, I don't want to say it's cool to see it in this condition, but it's neat to see it. I don't know. It's just interesting. Oh man, it was a 4-speed car too. That is cool. Oh man, I couldn't imagine if this was mine. That's crazy. Yep, there's the two together right there. I'm sure it'll be beautiful and back restored again, but seeing that quarter panel, oh, that just hurts me. Day one, just got here. The car was way back in the corner over there the other night. They just moved it to this section. I guess we're calling it the Young Guns section. So you see Miles, Spyder is way over there. We got this cool C3 in between us. We got the car all shined up, wiped down. Pretty neat. Got all of them over here. You can see this thing. I was told this is actually used in some road racing association. I'm not sure exactly what. I was just briefly told about it, but it looks pretty serious. It's pretty cool. So 3 very different style cars all lined up. I'm sure most of you have seen Miles over there. So pretty neat. Guess we'll walk around and see what cars we didn't see the other night when they were getting stuff set up here.
Name. 1972 Plymouth Duster, and it is here on display at MCACN. Tell us your story.
Well, it started basically since day one. Came home from the hospital, my dad's 69 GTO, and then from there just started doing Hot Wheels, got really involved with model cars, and then 3 years ago, as of this December, bought my Duster, like you were saying, and then been messing with that over the past few years, and now got some other projects, and yeah, like you mentioned, Duster is back over there in the corner.
What was it about the 72 Duster that appealed to you, and what have you done to it? In other words, engine, any updates, or is it in stock condition?
So when I got it, it was in field, New Mexico, like I was saying, pretty much buried up to the rockers. Took it out of there, towed it home, took Route 66 home. It was a pretty fun road trip, and then just kind of started on the metal work, did some of the simple stuff, rebuilt the Slant 6 in it, and it was my legitimate daily driver for about a year and a half. And while I was daily driving it, I built up a LS and a 5-speed for it, saved up to do that swap, so fabbed up the mounts and came over to do that swap.
Wow.
Built a rear end for it, so it's all nice and new underneath and inside, but on the outside it's still got the Hemi orange patina look to it.
Awesome. Well, man, thank you so much for being here, bringing the car. By the way, that car is on display here.
Keep our hobby alive, because I'm really old and we need to
future
charge that,
enthusiasts.
okay?
I'm trying.
All right.
So we'll get
a
picture with
the
3 of us in there, and then we'll get a picture of him by himself up here, okay? Sure. All right, you guys got to center from the blue line over, so you can stay in the middle. Yep. It's just like buckshots. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3.
All right, now that the show is kind of dying down, been here all day. just about to close here. I'm going to do a quick walk around on some of my favorite cars and some of the really, interesting and cool stuff here, because some of the stuff you will not see anywhere. Like right here, a Ram Air 5 GTO. Didn't even know that was a thing before today. So we're going to head into my favorite section of the show, the barn finds. Hard to beat this section. I mean, there's anywhere you look, there's something so cool, and obviously these type of cars are my type of thing. So I'm just going to do a quick walk around, kind of show you guys what's going on. If you want to pause that, take a peek, read it, want an in-depth look at any of these specific cars, there's a lot to look at and take in over here. I think my favorite three are actually all lined up in a row right here. 69 Charger 500. This thing was at Mo Party about 2 years ago. I remember seeing it there. This is Troy at Mopar 5150s. This is his GTX. That is cool. 440 6-pack, fresh barn find. And then down here we got this lemon twist yellow Superbird that just looks all sorts of cool. So you can see in here, I mean, it's pretty complete. You can see the floor over there, not totally rusted through. That is neat. So yeah, there you go. I've never actually seen a rear window plug without the top on it. And if I'm not mistaken, I think the reason that all the Superbirds had vinyl tops on them was just to cover up that plug. Like they didn't want to do the body work or paint work on it or something. It's kind of what I remember hearing, but yeah, that's neat to see in person. Can't say I've ever seen that before. Looks like there's a bunch of Shelbys over here, or Shelby pre-production. So that's the other cool thing. They have a bunch of I guess collections or like eras. So you can see all these signs are next to a bunch of cars over here. So like this section looks like it's all from the Wellborn collection, or Wellborn Aero cars, as it says over here. You have the Shelby cars back here, and then up here is a bunch of Mr. Norm's cars. I think there's an old Challenger or Cuda funny car down there as well. So I was told this one right here was previously owned by Joe Dirt himself, David Spade. And seeing this next to a Superbird, next to another Daytona. I don't know, man. Like Hemi Daytona, like, are you kidding me? 4-speed car, this color pops. Like I thought that FK5 color on the Charger was cool, but that might be a cooler color for sure. So the other day I talked about there being like a theme of the show every year. I don't know if this is exactly the theme, but it's a pretty big section of the show, Wings Over America. Forget how many wing cars there are here, but I think it's over 30. And if I'm not mistaken, I think one guy owns at least 9 of them, which is insane. But right here you can see this. It says this is the first Daytona ever built. First prototype right there. This is incredible. I mean, it's rough around the edges, it's not perfect, which is so cool to see it like this. And as we go down the line here, I mean, it's just countless wing car after wing car. So this side seems to be all Daytonas, where this side is all Superbirds. So I mean, you want one with a specific color combo, specific wheels, specific wing and stripe on the back. I mean, choose, because there is everything here that you can think of. This is pretty incredible to see in person. It really makes me want to make the Charger a wing car. I don't know, because I just like imagine walking out in the garage and just seeing that. Like that is pretty hard to beat. But this is why this show is the best, because you will not see this anywhere. I mean, what an absolute incredible collection of just cars here all in one place at the same time. So this is actually my buddy Dalton's car, Red Dirt Mopars on Instagram, and it is, man, it's beautiful. It is so cool. 4-speed car, but probably one of the coolest things about it that makes this one special is that third buddy seat right there in the middle. I think he said it's the only one known buddy seat Daytona with a 4-speed. Very interesting combo, but that is cool. I mean, this thing, he just put these Steelies with the hubcaps on there, and it looks proper. That is one beautiful car, man. It really makes me want to make the Charger a wing car. I know I keep saying that, but just seeing all these, oh man. There is so much of everything and anything to see here, but before I gotta get out of here and then close up, a few more things I want to show you guys. So this whole row right here is all 69 Charger 500s. It's insane to see all these wing cars next to each other, especially all those back here. But now seeing all these together is pretty wild. I think my favorite one is at the end though. Of course you knew the ratty one with Bassett's was gonna be my favorite. But that looks cool. That completes the row of I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Charger 500s all in one spot. Ended off day one here. Cool to see all three cars together with no one around. And I think we're just about the last people in here. So until tomorrow. All right, day two here, and we're just gonna start off with a pretty cool car. I can't believe I forgot to show this yesterday, but as soon as you walk in, you got the cool MCACN sign here, and then right in front of it is a triple black, I think it's a 4-speed car too. Yep, 4-speed Hemi Cuda convertible. I forget how many there were made in this configuration. This might be a one of one if I'm not mistaken, but it's loaded. It's got a bunch of options: power windows, power top, and it's got 3 dash speakers, which are some of the ones that I remember here. And also, if I'm not mistaken, I think this is all original. I'm pretty sure it's unrestored. I forget how many miles are on it, but it was parked in the garage for, so many years, and now it's here. And the crazy part is this car, I think, is estimated between 3 and 3.5 million, which is insane. So, oh, here we go. 1 of 5 there. So if you want to take a closer look and see all the options, you can pause that right there. But I'd love to see under the hood and see if this thing has 2 or 3 fender tags with all those options. One final look at all 3 cars together here. I'm all packed up. I got everything I need out of the car. I'm headed back to school tonight in the new project, which you guys will see in the next video. So my dad here is gonna load out or unload. He's gonna drive out the Duster for me. That's gonna go back at the home garage, which is only an hour away from here. So that will be in the nice heated garage. Man, how come the car gets better treatment than me? But yeah, I'm wimping out. I don't want to drive that thing in the salt. So like I said, bought a winter beater, which you guys will see in the next video. I'm gonna drive that home. So one last look at the Duster until I guess Christmas. Gonna miss that thing. I've been thinking of a way to end off this video, and driving for the past few hours to get back here. I just kind of been thinking about the weekend and a recap of everything that went down and what happened. So I guess we'll just kind of do that, kind of do a quick little recap here, explain everything, and then end off this video. Can start here was Saturday morning. So got there, the car was in the new spot. One thing that I kind of briefly mentioned, but basically just glossed over in this video that I probably should have, mentioned more or made a stronger point about it, and I feel bad that I didn't, is the reason that the Duster was there parked next to that C3, the guy's name, well, his name was Zach, the owner, and then of course that was parked next to Miles. I'm pretty sure most of you guys know who that is, Spyder Garage. Nathaniel's car there. So the reason that we had all 3 of our cars there was to help promote the younger generation getting in the hobby. So Bob and Ian, the guys who run the show, were gracious enough to invite us all down there to do just that, kind of show that there's younger people still in the hobby here, to keep it going, to keep it alive. And Saturday afternoon, all 3 of us, along with some other younger people, got to go on a panel and just kind of briefly discuss, what we do, kind of what our plans are and stuff. So that was really special. That was the whole reason of being there, and I think it went over pretty good. It was really cool to be able to meet a bunch of new friends and see old friends that you've kind of known online over the past few years, and finally see them in person, be able to talk cars, see their cars in person, ask questions, bounce ideas back and forth, talk about future things like the Charger in there, talk about them with their projects. So I mean, that's really what this whole event, you know, is all about. The cars are just kind of what brings everyone together, and as cheesy as that sounds, I mean, you ask anyone that goes to these type of events, I mean, the people is really what makes it special, and what makes everyone, you know, want to keep going back, because, you know, some of these people you don't see for, you know, a year, and then you come back to this, you know, specific event where you see them every year, and it's like you didn't, you know, miss a beat. You just kind of pick up right where you left off, and that's always the best part of it, it seems. A few wrapping up thoughts here, because I'm about to fall asleep. I'm very tired from this weekend and driving. I just wanted to say thank you to Bob, Ian, and Bob's wife Vicky for, number one, running such a great show. I think we counted, me and my dad have gone to that show, I think every year except for maybe 2 or 3. And by far, it gets better and better every year. Like I was saying, and like you guys probably saw in some earlier clips, I mean, some of those cars you will never see anywhere else but there. And it's so well organized, so well run, and it's honestly just a spectacle to see that. So thank you to them for, you know, putting on a great show, and, you know, inviting me with the Duster there. It's nothing special, but it was cool to, you know, just be a very small part of it. And something cool that I think just made it, you know, I don't know, more special to me at least, is that a couple of years ago, when I was building model cars and really heavily involved in that, they had a model car contest there. So I'd enter the cars in there, and then I did not think just a few short years down the line I would have an actual car there, like pretty much in the same section that they had the model car contest. So that's a cool little tidbit. I'll throw up some pictures if I can find them here, some of the models that I had there. I mean, that was always a blast. I always look forward to that. So just I guess, I don't know, just the cars get bigger, projects get bigger, they get more expensive. And to my surprise, the Duster actually walked away with 2 awards from the show, which was pretty cool, because obviously that car's not built, you know, for shows or anything, or for awards and whatnot, and probably didn't deserve them, but it was neat at least to get, you know, it's a pretty small piece a big piece, I guess, of recognition there from some of the guys. So the first one, well, they called the Rising Star Award, which is, you know, just awarded to a younger person. That's, I guess, keeping, you know, the passion and the hobby alive there. So they liked the story enough on the Duster to award me that, which was pretty cool. And then the second one was the I might be saying the name wrong, and I feel bad if I am, but the Matthew Duke Memorial Award, which is pretty cool. So I got to talk to his son and then one of his friends who are actually giving out the award, and they go around the whole show and choose someone who basically, you know, who has a story or a car that you know Matt would have liked. Unfortunately, he passed away. So I guess they liked the story enough on the Duster, you know, the fact that I drove it down there and whatnot. So that was pretty special to get that. I can't say I went in there that weekend expecting to get anything. I was just happy to be there, be a part of one of my favorite shows of the year, and to, you know, just have the car in there, which was awesome. So I know it's a lot of talking here at the end, and it might be boring to some people, but I just wanted to get some of those thoughts out there, just kind of explain everything. It's pretty much it. That's gonna wrap it up, I guess, for MCACN 2022. I can't say enough about the event, how great it was, how great the people were, and everything. And you know, maybe we'll be lucky enough to go back next year. I mean, if the Charger's at a solid point or something, maybe do something with that. I'm not so sure, but remember this for a very long time, that's for sure. And some great memories as always.